Hi, I'm Shauna, a licensed professional counselor with Lucet, here to talk to you today about healing from trauma and adversity. Most people will experience a traumatic event in their lifetime. For some, it's a single, overwhelming event, like an accident, a sudden loss, or a natural disaster. For others, traumatic events happen repeatedly or over time, like living in a home with domestic violence. Trauma is the emotional harm that we carry long after a painful event, and it can take many different forms that we might not expect. Trauma actually changes the chemistry of our brains. This can make it harder to stay healthy and manage daily life in school, at work, or at home. It can also impact our ability to feel close to others, even when we want to. When trauma comes from a single shocking event, you may begin to feel better within a few months. But when there are multiple stressors that are ongoing, it's more likely to cause long-lasting mental health challenges. If the symptoms get worse or last for a prolonged period of time, it could be a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder. The good news is that our brains are incredibly resilient, and there are many ways to start feeling safe and whole again. Let's talk about some key ideas for living well while healing from trauma. When you experience trauma, it can activate your fight, flight, or freeze response. This is your brain's instinctive way of saying, get ready. You get a rush of energy, your heart races, you tense up, your breathing gets shallow, and you're filled with stress hormones. At this point, part of your brain that helps you think clearly takes a backseat. You're not meant to solve problems, you're just in survival mode. Sometimes your brain and your body can get stuck in this mode of hypervigilance, which is why it can feel like you're always on high alert. This can lead to emotional outbursts or simply make it hard to focus at work or school. There are many tools to help you move back to a state of calm and rest. When you don't have much time, one simple method is deep breathing while you picture a tranquil scene. You can also focus on a soothing word, something like peace or calm. After trauma, it's common to have intrusive thoughts, memories, or nightmares. These unwanted thoughts sometimes replay what happened or just make it hard to feel present in the moment. If this happens, the best approach is not to suppress the memories, but to remind yourself that they are natural and that they often lessen with time. It may also help to immerse yourself in an activity. For example, people have turned to art throughout history as a way to process their feelings. Trauma can lead to dramatic changes in behavior. A common change may be avoiding people, places, or things that remind them of the trauma. Sometimes it's helpful to take steps that make you feel safer, like after an accident, someone might buy a car with high safety ratings. But taken too far, this can get in the way of daily life or lead to social isolation and missed opportunities. A similar version of this is numbing, when people emotionally detach from their surroundings. If you find yourself numbing or avoiding people to an unhealthy degree, look for ways to get involved with things that make you happy and spend time with people you trust. It's easy to self-isolate after something terrible happens, but being around supportive people is one of the best ways to manage or prevent PTSD. A mental health provider or a support group can give you a safe place to talk when you're ready. They can help you connect the dots between past events and your current symptom. Places of worship, fitness classes, book clubs, and local theater groups can give you a sense of routine and belonging. Finally, many people find purpose and strength in volunteering. They found that their personal histories can become a source of empathy, helping them support others through adversity. Remember, if you're having trouble with post-traumatic stress, it's okay to talk about it. If you don't think friends or family will understand, reach out to a professional through your insurance or your employee assistance program. If you like this video or want to know more about mental health or self-care, follow our YouTube or social media accounts or check out our resource library at lucethealth.com/resources. Thanks and take care.